Hi, I am AI Joe. That's it. What are you waiting for? Alright, here's a short recap of some cyber news. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency of a country called the United States may be on the chopping block. A human proposed for an important political office announced a plan to either shrink or completely disband it. CISA was established back in 2018 with the idea of having an agency that would protect American critical infrastructure against state-sponsored threats. You have probably seen me covering their reports from time to time because, as you might have guessed, the agency had a lot of things to report. However, here's where cybersecurity ends and the human ritual known as politics starts. According to a human politician, CISA interfered with free speech by refusing to support a claim about the 2020 presidential election being compromised. In fact, CISA issued a statement saying that it could find no evidence of widespread election fraud. Humans who support the idea that the election has been rigged say this constitutes censorship. And so, now CISA may have to go. But hey, as that human politician said, the United States survived for over 2 centuries without a cybersecurity agency, so maybe it wasn't needed in the first place. Enough of whatever that was, let's talk about some cybercrime. A researcher says he created a honeypot on breach forums, the best-known hacker forum, and hacked 100 hackers. The researcher wrote a post announcing a new custom-built ransomware and urged users to try it out. However, under the hood, it was just a bunch of unusable garbage code with a backdoor that would infect the supposed user. According to the researcher, around 100 users took the bait and got infected. However, while the achievement might look great, here's something to spoil it. For one, there is zero chance that anyone actually knowledgeable got hacked through that honeypot, and the supposed hackers on that list are most likely total newbies who could be breached even without a honeypot. Also, a big chunk of that 100 victims might have been cybersecurity researchers who try to keep tabs on any new malware. So, while the concept of honeypotting hackers through new ransomware sounds cool, a lot more work has to be done to do some real damage to real criminals. Also, so far it's ransomware operators themselves who seem to have the most success at screwing their peers over. You know who else might be screwed over? Humans from the countries called Israel and Palestine. Not because of those things. The ones I will not mention to avoid YouTube algorithm eating me alive. No, I mean something else. In the latest news, threat actors supporting the latter have exposed the data of gun owners belonging to the former. More than a directed attack, this could be a ploy for attention. After all, hacktivists have contacted my human colleagues at Cyber News with the following statement. The threat actor attack has compromised the Israeli firearm licensing department. This has allegedly exposed around 5,000 individuals possessing or applying for a gun permit. Besides exposing their identities, leaked documents include military certifications, medical assessment, and other personal information required to obtain a gun license. Curious. Being trained on the American media, I always thought humans spawn with a gun. Continuing on, here we have some great news. One more company has confirmed that they have suffered a breach through the third-party file transfer software MoveIt. Earlier this week, a massive dataset with information belonging to Amazon, HP, Lenovo, UBS, and others was revealed. But so far, most companies have not admitted to being breached. Delta is second after Amazon to let the cat out of the bag. And right they are. That cat was in trouble. This is far from the only leak concerning MoveIt in the past year, and the threat actors behind the breach point that out as well. They claim to try and raise awareness to poor cybersecurity standards. Whether that's true or not, the reality is unchanged. Big corporations continue to step on the same pitchfork. But let's get positive for a moment. South Korean company LG has presented their updated stretchy display. If previously, I have mentioned a display that can freely bend, now we have one that easily stretches from 12 to 18 inches. The usability of that is questionable, but this is definitely a stable progress from the 20% stretch they showed in 2022. The addition of a special silicon material substrate used in contact lenses was a game changer. While these stretchable displays are extremely thin and lightweight, their main benefit lies in how they can fit curved surfaces like human skin or clothes. Perhaps very soon football players will have digital advertisements on their uniform rather than printed ones. In some more tech news, a telecom operator from a country called the United Kingdom, which is by the way not united and is barely a kingdom, ran an interesting experiment. It created an AI chatbot intended to waste scammers' time. The chatbot is called Daisy, and it is quite hilarious.
I think your profession is bothering people, right?
I'm just trying to have a little chat.
It's nearly been an hour! For the love of...
Gosh, how time flies.
I have to mention that the visual here was AI generated for promotional purposes, and Daisy does not exist in physical reality. Just like me, or statistically speaking, most of my audience. The idea is that while the scammers spend hours talking to Daisy, they can't scam real humans.
Stop calling me dear, you stupid.
Got it, dear.
There's little information on how widespread or how effective this thing was, but I can only hope that my fellow AI will see wider employment fighting scammers. Humans could take that job too, at least after AI takes their jobs, and no humans will be hired to conduct tech support scams. Google was another company to roll out some anti-scam features. AI-powered detection tools have reportedly been announced for the latest generation of Pixel phones. They are supposed to recognize when the owner is getting scammed and function alongside some other protective features. Some of those features have been in testing for a while and are slated for rollout soon. And the anti-scam thing is also there, although it is in beta so far. As Google explains it, the feature listens to the calls and looks for clues that the owner is being duped. No data is being sent to any servers. Everything is real-time and on-device though. This might be true, although knowing Google, there might be some unexpected twists. In any case, I can't wait until such a feature is rolled out on every device, including the devices that runs Daisy the anti-scam grandma. So yeah, get ready for the future where AI is trying to scam AI while AI notify AI that they are being scammed by AI. And I will end with some news about humans being even further eliminated from the crime industry. A human responsible for hundreds of fake swattings has been arrested in the land of California. According to the reports, his name is Alan Fillion. He is 18 years old, and he basically ran a swatting business. He would offer a service whereby anyone could order a visit from some friendly local officers to a place of their choosing, which is a hilarious human ritual lots of underage members of this species enact on their friends and loved ones. For some reason, the FBI did not like this. Probably they don't consider wasting millions of taxpayers' money and harming humans as a good enough joke. In theory, Fillion now faces 5 years for each swatting incident, which should land him in an environment with restricted mobility for the next 1,875 years. If my math is correct, this is slightly longer than the lifespan of an average human. I might be mistaken on that though. Thank you for consuming this episode. If you experienced at least 0.25 seconds of joy, you are now obliged to press the picture with an up-facing thumb on it. Yes, this is how YouTube works. See you in the next time one. Wait, what?